In this video, we are going to study sliding window protocol, why it is required. The previously used protocol was stop and wait, and the advanced version of it, which was ARQ. They have the disadvantage or issues with it is only one frame can be sent at a time with a waiting period for acknowledgement also. So which leads to less utilization of the bandwidth, or we can say its capacity utilization is more, and the sender and receiver has to wait for longer time period also. So that's why we introduced this sliding window protocol here, which allows multiple frames to be sent. Window size determines number of frames to be sent, and the sequence number associated with each frame will tell, or can say help us in retrieving the lost information or the lost frames or the lost acknowledgements. So the working principle of sliding window protocol works in that, let's say we have 10 frames and we have a window size of 3. That means we can send 3 frames at a time. So this is the first thing which we need to do here, which is I will say that we can send 3 packets at a time. So what we will do is that we will send 3 packets. So we will create our window here. So this is the creation of our window, which is of size 3. So it start from 0, 1 and 2, and we have a sender and a receiver. So sender will send 3 frames together. When I'm saying together, one after another without waiting for the acknowledgement. So it will send 0, then it will send 1 and then 2. It will not wait for the acknowledgement of 0 before it can start sending 1 and 2, and so on. Now when this happens, so what will happen is that, let's say 0 acknowledgement is sent by this. So when 0 will be received, this will send 3. So we can say that one packet acknowledgement has been received, or the frame packet has been received, which is 0. So we can move our window to this side. Window will still be of 3 size. It will be including 3 frames, which is 1, 2 and 3. So it will move to left side. So we have acknowledgement of 0. That means now window will move to start from 1 and going to 3. Now the next one, let's say it receives the acknowledgement of 1. So when it will receive the acknowledgement of 1, it will send the packet number 4. When the packet number of 4 will be sent, you can see we receive the acknowledgement of 1. So I have used the different colors for the packets which are acknowledged, or the frames which are acknowledged. The packets which are sent and waiting for the acknowledgement are within the sliding window. This is the window which we created by green color, and the packet which are still waiting for to be sent are on this side. Means 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 are the packets which are waiting for them to be sent. Now again, after acknowledgement of 1, let's say now it sends the acknowledgement of 2. So which packet will be sent now? Packet number 5th will be sent to the receiver. When the packet number 5th will be sent, we can say we receive the acknowledgement of 2, and window will slide to one more left on left side, one more by left side, and then you can see the window is on 3, 4, 5. These packets are the packets or the frames which received the acknowledgement already, and again you can see these are the ones which are still waiting for to be sent. Now let's take a question based on it. Let's say we have a sender which uses 16 byte packets to transmit message to a receiver using a sliding window protocol. The RTT delay between sender and receiver is 40 milliseconds and the bandwidth of the path between them is 64 kilobits per second. What is the maximum window size sender can use? In this, you need to remember that bandwidth into delay product is equals to capacity of the, can say, your network. Okay, so bandwidth given to you is basically, which is given to you, is equals to 64 kbps and your delay given equals to 40 milliseconds. If I change them, it is 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 seconds, and so it is 64 into 10 raised to the power 3, or in some places people use 1024, then it's bits per second. It's there. One more information is given to us, which is the size of the packet. So we need to know what is the maximum window size sender can use. Means what is the window size here? So optimum window size, if you need to find, is equals to your delay product needs to be divided by your size of packet, or you can say frame. So this is your 64 into 1024 into 40 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 divided by, what is the size of the packet? It is 16 bytes. So need to change it to bits. It will be 16 into 8. So if we do it, 16 times 4 is 4, then 4, it's 2 is there, then it's 20. So it's basically 2048 0 into 10 raised to the power minus 3, which will turn out to be 20.480, or we can say the optimum size is, window size will be 20 for this. Please check my calculation. If they are wrong somewhere, you can look at it also. Thank you.